Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's almost time!
Yeah, it's almost time, niggas, for y'all to get you one of these Jon Snows right here because it's getting cold outside. Cornbread 217, welcome to It's Almost Time podcast. I'm just a nigga that bakes the biscuits every now and then. In the red corner, yo top tier main podcast god with all the prism cards, A1 up in this bitch. And then in the blue corner, resident hater, taker over of the Carter.
Always on timer.
Always on timer. You feel me? We doing it like that. What's going on?
You know, just chilling like Jailton Almeida did in the main event.
Hey, talk about me. Talk to me, man.
Okay, Mr. Derek Blew this. Man, I mean, we're jumping right the fuck into this because this was like one of the dumbest, lackluster snooze fests of a fucking main event I have seen in probably a decade plus. And let me tell you, okay, so me and Dre, we watched these commentator style. We actually pulled up the PlayStation chat.
Hold on, before you continue, I do want to say that that's kind of my favorite way to watch shit if niggas ain't at the crib.
Oh, bro, I'm down. Like, we can make that an every fight thing. If I'm not there in person,
I heard his shit, and then I synced up the PlayStation with his shit. Nick.
Yeah,
dude, that's awesome.
What's up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, and I was thinking like up through the prelims, up through the main card and the co-main event, I was doing good, man. I was doing wasn't yelling, I wasn't getting animated. I was calling this thing like I was commentating, like I was like Paul Felder or something, and I was good because there was one fight, and we'll get to it. I was like, oh, such and such ain't doing this, and they need to be doing this, and then bam, they did it, and I was like, oh, all right, yep. All right, but
that's how you know you get
team around and Yalatin Almeida versus Derek Lewis, which on paper Derek the Beast Lewis has, I think he's back in the lead for most knockout finishes in the UFC. Versus Almeida, who is I think ranked number 9, 2 spots ahead of him now, but has just been on a tear, submitting or sleeping people and making quick work of it too.
And listen, with the same signature shit, I'm gonna get on top, pound you out till you turn around, take this rear naked choke. Paul from Tekken did that in Tekken 2. It's a down back top 2 hold down 1-1 neutral 4-1 top 2. And if you dog, I'm telling you, it's the same shit. You fucking take them down, fat pop to the side, and then they say, "Oh no, I'm gonna turn around. Thanks, give me that."
Yep. Well, no, and even I would have settled for like the old school button mashing motherfuckers that just wouldn't stop punching. You know, just do the same move over and over again. Just beep 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 beep.
And you can stop those too.
Yeah, but.
Hold on. What you had a flashback?
Yeah, bro. Fucking Wii boxing, bro. My sister used to just go. No matter what I did, bro, this would win. I'm like, I fucking hate you, Brooke.
Yo, hey, who was it from boxing that got them hands after Tyson fell? Because that nigga was serious. Matt, the AI Wii. Hey, that shit.
I'm kind of glad we took this little Tekken gaming detour here for a second because I was ready. I was already starting to fly off of the shit. Like I got interrupted mid crescendo. Like I was getting there.
It's
But
all good. Take it
yeah,
back.
no, so we get to the main event. I've been commentating, calling normal fights, like calling this, like I'm there, and it's been going good up until that main event. First round, takedown, top control, full mount, some punches, turns his back, goes in for the finish, goes in. I think what was it for? Like it was either an anaconda or like just a top triangle choke, right?
Yep. Top triangle.
And Lewis played it perfect for as much trouble as he was in, and I think they got down with like there was still like 4 minutes left in that first round when he got him down. I was like, oh shit, this is not going. And mind you, one of the graphics leading into this fight was the over under on whether or not this fight will go to the distance, and you didn't even have to fucking pick a winner.
Bam.
If you picked it to the distance, it was plus 1,200.
Nigga, 12-1 on just the shit going to five.
Going
and what did I say? I said, wait a minute, is that what they just said? And you said, yeah, because it's never gonna go to that. I said, huh. Then
bro,
why am I intrigued with that? No, because I was really like,
hey, A1, what do you have left in your bank? And it was literally
no.
it was literally like change, and I would have been like, oh, I'll throw that on that just on the off chance.
You would have came out with $8 hot off of 30 cents, fam.
No, bro, I think I had like $2.40. Would have thrown that all down and made basically $27 just because.
It's one of them things, because I'm a believer. You know what I'm saying? So shit comes from the ether, however you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? And when I heard that
German that morning too, so
oh yeah, no, bro, I was in it, and so because when he said it, I said, "Huh, that shit resonated." I was like, "Nigga, if I had
so on that
money,
note, are you downloading? Are you getting a betting app?
Am I getting what?
Are you downloading an app?
Oh, not yet. I'm like a blue belt. You know what I'm saying? When I become a purple betting belt, when I can like see the future, nigga.
When you take that 3-way parlay championship title.
When I just come with some crazy shit that both of y'all is like, okay. And then that shit hit, then you'll know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't even presenting my betting prowess to y'all niggas. Because y'all be going in on each other. And you're not finna go in on me.
I'll be the first one to say that my bets are ass most of the time. I bet for fun.
Nigga, you bet confidently then, nigga.
No, he does, doesn't he? He really does.
Like, he's like, you know what, man? I'm going with my head on this one.
I do. I go with what I feel is right, but I'll be the first person to say I think I have below 50% win rate.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm gonna have to break down and I'm literally gonna have to start from a point to where because there was points where I was betting knowing what I was doing, but I'd still play the crazy underdog in the off chance some crazy shit happened just because I'm gonna win no matter what.
Wow.
But I've digressed. So first round, triangle choke, possible full mount, major control,
a takedown and early takedown and
Lewis is fighting
down.
He's doing
right. But I'm just
doing
saying,
the proper thing.
Significant shit that happened in that round.
He's pulling his arm down. Yeah. He's fighting it off. They get out of the first round, goes into the second round, basically the same thing. A little less intensity from Almeida though on the top control. It's just kind of sitting there, not doing much, just waiting for Lewis to
and I get it.
Make a move.
And I get it. He's waiting for Lewis to explode, to either A, make a mistake, or B, tire himself out. And Lewis is knowing that is not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But he really doesn't have to do anything being on bottom.
Yeah, no.
Other than try to get out. You know,
he's already the one being dominated in that position. But in order to keep that position, the dominating opponent, the opponent that has the advantage, they need to keep the offense going if they want to keep the position. That's one of the first fucking rules of MMA is if you like the position, if you're trying to advance the fight, if you don't want it stopped or reset, you got to advance. You got to constantly advance. And really, I get it. It's hard in Almeida's spot. being in full mount top control, threatening with some submissions, but the guy doesn't tap. And then Almeida is getting complacent. He doesn't want to move. He doesn't want to tire himself out because he's worried that if he throws his arms out or makes a wrong move in while he's advancing, that Lewis is going to try to reverse it. But that's the risk you're going to have to take, being in the dominant position. You're wanting the fight to stay there. And as that fight went on into the third, fourth, and fifth rounds, I think, what was it, Mark Goddard that was reffing the main event?
Yeah.
Really good referee.
With a hard G.
With the hard G. But no, Goddard was constantly in the third, fourth, and fifth round telling Almeida, let's work. Let's work. And if you are in the top position of a fight, in a dominant position like Almeida was, and you have the ref telling you, let's work, you're fucking doing it wrong. I've got a new nickname for Yaltin Almeida until he redeems himself, and it's Brazilian Tim Sylvia.
Oh, shit.
This motherfucker wasn't trying to win that fight. Basically did everything he could not to lose it there in the end.
He said Brazilian Tim Sylvia.
He said, my Uncle Jim has fucking money on the over 3.5 or 2.5 or whatever the line was.
But then just forgot to execute or finish after the fact. Like, fuck.
Right. Or maybe it was money on decision.
Yeah, maybe they saw that 1,200. He said, hey.
Listen,
hey,
what I'm saying is, even if you not trying to waste energy like that, do you know how much shit you can do from a top mount to even like threaten something? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even, okay,
everything.
Like 90% of shit. Like,
it's the most dominant position you could have in MMA almost.
Look, nigga, okay, so I don't want to tire myself out. So I get I'm not probably going to throw a lot of shit, right? But I'm going to throw a lot of shit to maybe get this arm to come down so I can threaten this submission.
Yeah.
And even if I threaten the submission, I don't have to put 100% into that bitch. It's just to make you be like, hey, here's this. Now Kimura. Oh, nope, maybe Americana. Oh, maybe this shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a triangle. Maybe a Darce. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Or a Von Flue. Yeah,
being active. Like, and for as dominant as Almeida had been and as easy it was for him to get to those positions, because there was a time in the third or the fourth round that Lewis was able to reverse. It actually did happen. He was able to get out of the position. He got top control, landed a couple shots. What happened? Almeida reversed and then laid on him for the remainder of the fight. So in that 30, 40 seconds that Lewis had top control, I believe he did more damage in that 30 fucking seconds than fucking Almeida did with that 20 plus minutes of top control time. And win or loss, like, yeah, that's a dub on your record. And maybe you give it a couple years, you'd be lucky enough that people will forget about how shitty of a fucking performance you put. But this, at least for the next 6 months to a year, you're probably going to have yourself finding a really hard time getting on a main event of a pay-per-view. I'll fucking promise you that. Ain't nobody paying their hard-earned money to watch Almeida on a pay-per-view.
And look, man, on Lewis's side too, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I felt like a lot more could have been done there. So the first thing is, okay, round one, we feeling each other out. So you went to like jab straight or deuce, I forgot what he did, and that's when he took you down, right? Cool. Come out of round one. All right, I know he's going for the takedown because he doesn't want these fucking hands. Mm-hmm. Now it's time to adjust. What the fuck was your coaches saying? Because nigga, I was like, hey, fake the fucking jab uppercut or fake the jab knee because you know he's gonna go for the takedown.
No, especially off the straight. And if you
where's the defense? Like you know, and you know this.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And he had, I think it was like 1 or 2 takedown defenses in the 4th or 5th round where he went in and
but it wasn't
kind of had it. But then literally Almeida went in and Derek gave up. Personally, in my opinion.
And again, and it was the same thing every time. He would go, take you to the fence, get his fucking arms under your ass, lock up, pull you up, nigga, pull you out.
Hey, did I tell you they got fight of the night?
For what?
I'm fucking with you. I'm talking shit.
I was about to say, bro, no fucking way Dana gave them that shit. That's nuts.
No, I'm talking shit.
I would have got off this podcast right now. I said motherfuckers getting 10-8s for fucking for free.
Yeah, no. The first 2 rounds of that fight were 10-8 rounds for Almeida, which they were dominant rounds. But at any point in either one of those rounds, was it in danger of being stopped?
No.
That is again the number one criteria for a 10-8 round.
That's where the 8 comes from. Hey, nigga, danger. Are you in that? Do you need 2 green herbs?
Well, no, and he had some submission attempts, but again, was defended.
He was good.
Yep.
He was good. Anyway, on this next one though, you know what I'm saying? Because it's part of our motherfucking
Parlay boys. Parlay boys. Hell yeah.
That one sounded sped up that time, man.
Maybe, I don't know. It's crazy on my computer, but
no, well, bro, it sounds different every time I play it over here. So don't worry about it.
But brother Bone Fiend was undefeated. Gabriel Bone Fiend from Brazil
Versus
against Nicholas Danish Dynamite Dalby.
You mean AKA Rafael Fizie's half brother?
AKA Jungle Fever, because he got him one.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he has a straight black lady for a wife, fam.
Man.
So he had to win this fight. You know what I'm saying?
Man, but he
so they go in there and Bone Fiend, like, he sets that tone, that pace, and
was doing good the first round.
Yep.
Was doing really good the first round.
Really good in the first round.
Some takedowns, some good control, winning.
Yep, couple hits, you know what I'm saying?
Was active, was advancing.
All that.
Like all that shit you want to see on the ground.
All that shit. Like, the anytime this man's on the ground, that's what I'm saying. He threatens everything. Like his 3 wins previous to this. One was like a Von Flu, one was a guillotine where he was like upside down and like flipped the dude and still pulled his neck out. And and like a knockout or like another guillotine or something. Like,
no, it was good, but then that second round, like, you could kind of tell, like, maybe Bone Fiend set a pace too quick and thought that it would, like, Dalby was gonna fade. Dalby matched it.
Yeah.
And really turned it around in the second.
The momentum.
Yeah, turned it around in the second. And it was about halfway into that second round. I don't remember what he caught him with, but I could tell right away. I was like, oh, this just changed. Yeah. That was like it was like in football, like when you get
like a left hook or something.
Yeah, no, it was a momentum changer though. Yeah. It was just like, oh shit. This just flip-flop. Like, okay. And sure enough, it was a TKO. It was like, almost towards the end of the second round, 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Dalby actually got fight of the night bonuses. Nice little $50K extra there. So
nice.
Not a bad thing. Never a bad thing. A fight before that too between Dontel Mays and Rodrigo Nascimento.
Yeah,
that one was actually kind of decent. That was as far as the main card one, I feel like this one was probably, other than the main event, was kind of the most lackluster of the build-up. Like, because leading up, that there were some good prelims, there's some good fights on this card. It just kind of sucked that when you got to the main event, it put a damper on shit to where, again, I kept myself composed, was talking like I'm commentating this shit, and by that 5th fight, I'm dropping every fucking curse word in the book, just calling him a goddamn loser and like all sorts of shit. And I'm sure Dre was laughing on the other end, muting like, this motherfucker. Like, I can't.
It's funny, man.
No, it was frustrating. I didn't even watch. I want to see. I kind of wish I would have went and watched what Dana had to say about it, because that main event was
boo
garbage, hot garbage. On a humid day.
Basura caliente.
But Nascimento actually got the decision win over Dontel Mays, which I was kind of surprised. Nascimento was hitting Mays with some really hard shots, like really hard shots in that first
Yeah.
and second round, and rocked him a couple times. Kind of did the stanky leg a little bit, but
He said he hit the stanky leg a little bit.
but he recovered and he fought through every time he got hurt and he was in danger. He didn't fold. He didn't fade. He actually fired back, and this what saved him in this fight. This is the reason this fight went to a decision. This is Mays. He showed up. He came there to fight. He wasn't just there to get paid. Wasn't just he was there to compete, and he made a decent go at it. You know, even with the loss, I give him a lot of respect for that performance. Fight before that though, Kyle Bohio. Yeah. This is one of the fighters we actually got to meet International Fight Week. Really, really nice guy, super fucking big chin. I was like, oh, this is why you fight. And that thing's fucking granite. But yeah, he fought Abis Magomedov, which only his third fight in the UFC. And his second fight was actually against the current middleweight champion, Sean Strickland. Had Sean hurt in their fight in the first round, but Sean weathered the storm. And then him being the cardio machine that he is, he kept putting that pace on him. And Magomedov, I think, set too high of a bar and faded when Sean turned up the pressure on his end. But Bohio versus Magomedov was a good fight. There were some moments that Magomedov did have, but all in all, it was Bohio's fight. I think he won majority of them. The cards.
Yeah, he had a not a knockdown, but like hit him and like
had him wobble.
Yeah.
And definitely Magomedov was the more of the banged up and like bloody cut up at the end of the fight. I did like too, after Bohio got the decision, he's not going to get the fight because of what they just announced, but the fact that he called it out and the fact that he's shooting that way, I liked what he did. He called out Dricus du Plessis in his win. He's like, hey, you can't say that I didn't do shit now, blah, blah, blah. I just beat the guy that the current champion beat last to get a shot. Give me somebody up in the top contention. Again, he's not getting du Plessis because we haven't even addressed this yet on the podcast, but this was just announced within, I think, about the last 24 hours. Starting in January, for I think it's UFC 297. It is going to be Sean Strickland versus Dricus du Plessis for the middleweight title.
Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now.
And a lot of people, I've seen early speculation. People are saying, and new, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be a good fight. If the same Sean that showed up against Izzy shows up against Dricus, I could see him TKOing Dricus in the later rounds.
Word up.
But, we'll get more into speculation and talking on that. I just got a little excited. I had to mention that since he did call out du Plessis. Obviously, he didn't have that inside track or have that ear to the pipeline knowing that du Plessis had Strickland already. But fight before that was actually a decent fight. Was Elvis Brenner versus Kainan.
Yeah.
Kraszewski.
Yeah.
And this one, it lasted about 4 minutes and 1 second, and that
nigga Elvis.
I think I called him Elvis too, didn't I?
Yeah. Elvis Brenner. He looked like what movie was that? He looked like the bad guy from what the fuck movie was that? Not Demolition Man, but it was something like that.
There's speaking of bad guys in movies, former UFC fighter was actually one of the henchmen in the first National Treasure movie. The name's slipping me right now.
Oh shit.
He's from Russia though, and he looks like a bad guy. There's a reason he got cast.
Oh, I forgot they did. That was bogus too.
What?
The Fakhretdinov and Dos Santos fight.
Yep. Bro. Yeah, I forgot about that one too. Holy shit.
Look, this nigga Renat came through
Well, hey, really quick before we get to that, Alves with the 4-minute 1-second KO, performance of the night, knockout of the night bonus, got an extra 50K. Looked good in doing it. He was favored to win that fight, and there's a reason for it.
Word up.
But yeah, fuck Renat.
That nigga Renat, fam.
Versus Brazilian Matt Brown.
Dog. And nigga, this nigga fought like Matt Brown too.
Yeah, no.
I said, fam, if Matt Brown don't get his ass fucking, he went to Brazil and changed his name to Dos
you're not
Santos.
fooling no one, Matt.
Fooling no goddamn nigga. Say what your name really is. My name's Oscar, man. No, nigga, your name ain't no goddamn Oscar. No. Anyway, so Fakhretdinov was going into battles and just coming out with heads, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like this man, like he's the Russianiest of the Russian niggas, other than like Sergei Pavlovich, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas from Russia and Georgia are real Russians, if you know what I'm saying. So he's one of them. He got the hat and shit, and he looked like Russian Abraham Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? Like a real Ruski. Like, and so they go in here, and you know, it's expected that he finna run through Dos Santos, aka Brazilian Matt Brown.
No, a plus 270 dog going into this Dos Santos was.
Yeah, fam. And actually went in there, and like first round, it was kind of even.
Well, I would even give it. I would give the first round to Renat.
Yeah, I'll give him the 10-9. The only discrepancy was he was throwing a lot of looping punches and then getting like countered before that. Mm-hmm. But then second round, homeboy Matt Brown made some adjustments, nigga, and started piecing up buddy from Russia. And third round, they just came through with the whole same thing. And like actually, like it wasn't that he had him hurt, but like what you say earlier, he did the stanky leg a couple times.
Yeah, no, definitely had him rocked. Definitely had him like days seeing them stars a little bit. And again, all in all, at least us two watching this fight, again, Renat probably got the better in the first round, but it wasn't a 10-8. I'll tell you that.
No, it wasn't that.
And again, watching the second and the third round, we both gave it to Dos Santos just in calling it. And one thing, again, I gave myself a lot of pride. I'm proud of myself for this, is watching them fights and calling it when you weren't there, or like when we're not in the same thing. Yeah, I was calling it like just observing. I didn't really have a dog in any fight. Like even with our parlays, was just trying to watch it with a unbiased eye.
Right.
And just from what I was watching as calling and with the shots, again, Brazilian Matt Brown was bringing it.
Dog.
And again, I thought with them, especially also fighting in Sao Paulo, Brazil, this dude's at home fighting a Ruski. I feel better 2 of the 3 rounds. Like this dude just won a decision.
Yeah.
And what did they call it? Like the first round of 10-8 on one of the judges' cards or something like that? Because it was a decision for each, and then one judge had a draw.
One judge, yeah.
So it was a majority decision, but it was a draw.
Right.
Which is weird. They need to figure that shit out because, again, anybody watching that fight, I think those.
I was confused, so I know everybody else was.
And I don't. Is the UFC just worried about keeping these records looking super fucking small loss wise for these Russians, because they don't, even when they lose, they just get draws or no contest. Fucking Ankalaev should have had a DQ loss against Johnny Walker, but nope, no contest.
Look, Nevada State Commission need to go everywhere in the world and check these niggas, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hold seminars across, hold a national judges convention, nigga.
But I think it was, I guess this was, Renat they got bumped up to the main card because there was actually 3 fights that got canceled altogether. 2
yeah.
due to weight, I think, and then 1 due to illness. Brother Bone Fiend
Brother Bone Fiend,
got pulled due to an
yeah,
illness.
for weight. No, his was weight, and then the other dude was some was wrong with him.
Gotcha.
Who was it? Rebo. Fuck. Esteban Ribovics or whatever.
Oh yeah, Ribovic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got sick like backstage.
Also, and I didn't announce this part publicly, but when I found out that Brother Bone Fiend got canceled, I said in group chat that my
Ladies and gentlemen,
Parlay boys
was actually my replacement was Kyle Bohio.
Yeah.
And my guy showed out for me.
Word up. And so did Victor Petrino, fam, who fought Modestus Bukauskas.
What was your pick again for that night, Paul?
I have zero recollection of what I picked. I guess I have to look at the card. You remember?
Nope. I don't. I'm trying.
I'm sure I'll know it as soon as I see it.
Vitor Petrino with a round 2 KO.
Man, no, Petrino looked really fucking sharp. Really good. This is actually one of my favorite fights of the night. Just kind of straight to the point, no nonsense. Just we're gonna fight. We're gonna fucking fight. I'm gonna hit you. You're gonna hit me. And I bet I'm gonna get the better of it and sleep you. And that's exactly what Vitor Petrino did. Performance of the night bonus, knockout of the night bonus. So he got himself a little extra something.
Word up.
I think mine was the under on the main event, which failed miserably.
What's that?
I think I picked the under 2.5 on the main event, which was a miserable failure.
Oh, hell no.
Man, that's funny. But now, another honorable mention: Angela Hill versus Denise Gomes.
Word
actually a decent fight. Angela, I haven't seen a really good performance from her in a while. I couldn't tell you actually the last time I remember seeing her fight, but she came out and looked really good.
She got 29 of them, and she's what, 37?
Yep. No, and then usually you start hitting that age, it maybe it's a little bit easier for a woman strawweight fighter to keep that pep and that speed. But she looked good. She looked sharp. She was making good decisions and earned that fight. I even called it when we went to the decision. I said, Angela just won this. It wasn't like a crazy big upset either. It was a pretty even fight. I think Angela was just a plus 114 to a minus 135 for Gomes. But I was surprised. I thought for sure Gomes was gonna pull it out. But who is it? Eduardo Mora versus Montserrat Ruiz.
Your boy Ronda. Student of Jailton, but he should have took from her motherfucking book this night. And came in four
Mora came in heavy.
Yeah. Against little ass 5 foot nothing Montserrat.
Oh, bro. What was you saying? That Montserrat out, and they've got the fight stats coming up on the screen, and Dre's just kind of taking it on. He goes, "Oh, that bitch only 5 foot nothing. Oh, she got an attitude for sure." I was like, "Oh no," and I was like, "Man, you're probably right though," and because even the way Ruiz fights, she fights like she mad at the world.
Yeah,
and it makes sense because I didn't realize she was 5 foot even.
Yeah,
I might be mad too.
Under 5'2", they got an automatic attitude.
Automatic attitude under 5'2".
Yeah,
you heard it here. It's almost time.
5'2", and she's of Latin descent. She definitely keeps a blade in her purse. Dog, I'm 100% on that stat right alone.
I believe it.
Oh, you Italian? Yeah, you got a blade. How did you know? Yeah, because I know my people, nigga.
And then how do you say, what is it? Kawe Fernandez versus Mike Diakese?
Highway.
or
Yeah.
Diakasi
J-
or Jacasey. Jacasey. I remember. I was like, oh, yeah.
I said he got an old Justin Gaethje ass name.
Yeah, no, we got into this whole tangent about how like, oh, okay, so Jacasey, the D is silent, but the H or the T in Gaethje is silent, and then I was like, we went somewhere else, and I was like, but with this person, you just don't say none of the shit.
Right. I said Kaiway, nigga. That nigga got 3 vowels.
Jacasey.
Oh, Wheel of Fortune, your name is worth at least $600.
And I think the only reason I can remember Jacasey is because it's close enough to like Casey Jones. It's got that Jacasey. It made sense in my head.
G, like Django. And then
I before D, except before C, and then it's H-E. No.
T-H-C-H. G.
But no, they kicked off. They actually kicked this card off, and it was not a bad fight. Jacasey in his highlights looked like a rooster though, with that red dyed hair. But
this leg up too.
Yep, came out like he was cockfighting though, and he pointed out a split decision over Fernandez. It was actually a decent way to start out. I personally, watching that fight, I thought it was clear as day, 29-28 Jacasey. But Fernandez being Brazilian, I feel like they tried to give it to him and it didn't work. And once they didn't give it to him, they said, fuck it, all bets are off. You just better fight. Because even when Almeida won, not saying he didn't win, but even the home crowd was booing him. I mean,
I didn't give you a good show.
Boo! No, they said Borski.
I moved to Brazil.
Hey, speaking of fighters that moved to and from Brazil, we have Megan Dern actually, I think Mackenzie Dern on this upcoming card. UFC 295. Originally supposed to be John Jones and Stipe Miocic. If you live under a rock, live under a rock. Jones got injured. Miocic didn't even get offered the replacement fight. No. So it's Sergey Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall for the interim heavyweight title, which, by the way, is even a non-issue because once Jones is back, they're still running him and Stipe for the undisputed. They threw this interim title on the line so that Dana and the UFC didn't have to refund tickets at Madison Square Garden because they're still delivering on a heavyweight title fight.
Word up.
It's in the fine print. I guarantee you that's why they did this. But main event, we can all get behind and I can get behind the co-main event for the interim title because that's going to be a banger of a fight. But the main event, which again you never see this, got the light heavyweights going before the heavies in the main events. But with it being the undisputed light heavyweight title, the Samurai Yuri Prochazka is taking on none other than Poatan himself, Alex Pereira, for the undisputed light heavyweight title.
Nigga, this is like motherfucking where's he from? Poland or the Czech Republic or some shit?
He's Polish. Yep.
This is like motherfucking
no, he's Czech Republic. My bad.
Czech Kazuya Mishima against Ogre, nigga. That's all I can think of. Cause you got an Aztec big ass nigga versus Samurai nigga. Come on, man. And then below that, you got Tom Aspinall versus the Russian. Remember one of them real Russians I was talking about, Nick? Mm-hmm. That's Sergey.
Well, and the crazy thing about this matchup is between the two of them, I think Sergey has the lowest amount of fight time inside the cage, which means he's got the quickest finishes. It's all first round. Basically, his last five fights have ended in the first round. He only lost, I think it was to, Alistair Overeem?
Yeah.
During his debut, and it was to some takedowns. I guarantee this dude has worked and drilled that shit to work.
Oh, yeah.
Probably won't happen again. But he's going against a dude who has the third quickest finish rate in the heavyweight division currently, Tom Aspinall, who, again, had a year layoff, came back, fought Martin Tibura.
Yeah.
KO'd him in like 3
yeah,
minutes.
right.
After being gone a year, he injured. I think he like blow an MCL or ACL against when he was
Yeah,
fighting Blades. I think.
yeah.
But yeah, no, this is going to be a banger. I would not be surprised if it does not make it out of the first round. Maybe to the second, but my guess is somebody is sleeping and sleeping fast.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Word up.
Leading up to that, though, we got Jessica Andrade versus Mackenzie Dern. Andrade, let's be honest, her last 3-4 fights has not looked like the normal Andrade, and I don't know if there's something going on in her personal life, and I hate speculating, but I think Dern's got that one, just the way, and Dern doesn't really necessarily impress me super big unless she's on the ground. She's got some of the best jiu-jitsu in the UFC, men or women's division. She is cold with the jits, but the a lot of times when you get these matches, because Andrade is no slouch on the ground too, but for some reason, I'm not getting my hopes up that we're going to see a crazy back and forth ground war or submission game. I think what's going to happen is we're going to have two.
What it do?
Hey, what up? What up?
Valves. Thanks for watching.
Up, by the way. Valves, by the way. Okay. But yeah, I just think that with both of these having such good ground game, they're going to try to stand and kickbox, and we're going to get a very mediocre match. But we'll see. We will see. Okay. There's some other good ones, and again, what I'm gonna touch on this, and I'm gonna call it now because I know this is my homie's parlay for the week. And that's the homies, Diego Lopez.
Come on, man.
Dre's locking
go,
that
Diego,
in.
Go.
Are you just doing money line? Or are you gonna call something a little crazier? Because this is actually a pretty even match against Pat Sabatini. Diego's a plus 100 dog, and Sabatini is a minus 120.
My man's a grappler though, so I'm gonna just call money line, fam.
Money line, playing it safe. Playing it safe. And I'm a butt in on this one. Just I'm gonna take it because I already said I want to take this. I'm not even gonna give the hater a chance to take my fight. I'm picking Pereira. And I'm fuck it. I'm going by KO.
Oh, damn.
And it's gonna be a good fight. Don't get me wrong. Yuri has as good of a chance to win it too.
But Hater, your boy Loopy's on this.
What's that?
The Hater's boy Loopy. Godinez.
Yep, Godinez versus Tabitha Ricci. Kichi.
I love never mind.
What was he gonna say? Come on, hate.
Oh, bro, this is the opposite of hate. Tabitha Ricci's ass, bro. God damn.
Oh yeah.
Unreal.
Hey, she from Brazil, so you might be right.
She got the all natural BBL, bro. That shit's baked in. You don't even have to go to the doctor.
He said it's baked in.
It says some chemicals they naturally find in that Brazilian water.
Nigga, that's apple crisp.
Apple crisp. But yeah, no, back like what I was saying about the main event, Yuri and Alex. Yuri's good, super unorthodox. I just feel like his style's not refined or tight enough to where Pereira is a fucking sniper. This dude, this is what he did, and not only did he do it, and like, look, he's had 8 fights, I think, in the UFC. And has wins over 3 current or former champions. Got a title shot pretty quick based off of his history with Izzy, but then went and performed, went up and beat Jan, which Izzy never did. And again, if Alex pulls this off and becomes double champ, he will have done in a little over 2 years what Izzy couldn't do in 5, and that is become double champ. And I got nothing but respect for the dude. I love Izzy, but Powhatan is on that level too. These warriors, these motherfuckers that challenge themselves, like the Volkanovskis, the Pereiras, the fucking Izzy.
And you know what's crazy though?
The Yuris.
The Yuris, bro. Yuri had 2 fights in the UFC before he got his title shot.
You know what's
about his like
crazy?
darkness retreat, right? He did like a darkness retreat where he had people lock him in a closet. He said, "It doesn't matter what you hear in there. Don't open the door for 3 days."
Yo.
Damn, this dude's fighting demons and shit.
Yeah, he did shadow work, nigga, literally in the shadows.
Yeah.
I'll say it, but you know what's crazy about Pereira if he does that though, man? Because he still won't be colder than the spider.
Ooh. I agree though.
Give him
Spider's
some
goated.
time. Give him some time.
Yep.
Dog.
And those arguments, and let's be honest, those kind of arguments are hard to have, man. When you start talking goats, and especially from different times of the sport.
Listen, I don't care what time it is. If you go undefeated for 6 years, nigga, who's done that in anything? Boxing.
John Jones.
Boxing, motherfucking
Well,
John Jones.
I want to say Volkanovski did it.
Volk did it. Wait, he for 5.
For 5? That
I mean, that's close though.
Any win.
I don't even count Bones because he wasn't active the whole time. So like,
I count Bones just because of the fact that like even though it stretched over the course of however many years, he still ain't lost.
But what I'm saying is, you don't get the years that you weren't active though. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's even count the years he is active. He's had 7, 8, 9 years active, and he has not been beat. He's doing it.
Okay. Fair enough. And that's what I'm saying. Them two niggas. And then, and then Volk, right?
We got Jared Flash Gordon on the undercard of this Saturday's card.
Because nigga, Roy Jones Jr. went undefeated. He only lost like 2 rounds between 1989 and 2002. And had like 4 belts.
Oh, you know what else? We have not had a podcast since it went down. I don't believe so. Anyways, was the Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury fight?
Yeah, man.
Y'all want to put your 2 cents in on that? I seen you already put your 2 cents in on Ninjas last week.
Yeah,
but
I ain't got shit to say.
Hey, I'll just say,
the real ninjas if you want my opinion.
Ngannou came to play. He came to fucking he won that fight. If that was an MMA fight, there would have been takedowns, first of all. And Fury ain't getting out that second round. But yeah, Ngannou had the one and only knockdown of the fight, and he had better boxing. I think Fury didn't think he was gonna be.
I can expand on here because my thing is because everybody, because of, McGregor and Mayweather and Nate Diaz and like Antoine Woodley, and you know what I'm saying? Like they're thinking, okay, this dude's gonna come over here and Fury's gonna dog walk him. I said from the jump, I said, no, that's not gonna happen because nigga, it'd be like, hey, I want to fucking play baseball all my life, nigga. And somebody's like, yeah, well, they got tennis going on and that's what's popping. So just do that until we can get you on a baseball team. And then I go and play tennis and I home run everybody in tennis and you can't get the ball. You know what I'm saying? For them to be like, all right, we're going to put you on this baseball team as a joke. Nigga, like, I still play baseball.
Yep.
Right.
So that's what I told motherfuckers. Like, no, this nigga was in the jungles of Africa and shit was like, yo, I'm going to box professionally and be what Mike Tyson was or is or whatever. And that was his dream the whole time. And MMA was just something this nigga did and also excelled at. So then when this shit came, I said, oh no, he's going in there. Do you know who's training this nigga? And he already wants to box and knows how to do the shit.
Well, that's where he wanted to start. He was actually recommended, hey, there ain't a lane for this right now, so you need to get in where you fit in. Let's get you in MMA. Let's get you a name, and we'll see what happens. And again, he did good. He did Really
So
fucking
in
good.
conclusion, the point is that not only did he go in there and do what he was supposed to do, held his own against the top contender in heavyweight boxing. You know what I'm saying? And even still, the top contender never scored a knockdown, in which he did.
Yep. And again, you look at their faces at the end of the fight too. Ngannou looked like he was sweaty, wanting to scuff on him. This is including an illegal elbow too
Yeah.
by Fury.
If you watch that fight because I watched it, like the highlights from it even, and I was like, yo, this man is doing real shit. That you think he's just like doing shit and like getting lucky. And I'm like, no, every time this nigga comes with a power shot and tries to back him away with a jab, he fucking frames this nigga and keeps him from fucking doing it.
Yep. Even and they were
Like,
calling
do you
it
know-
during the commentating. They were talking about how even Francis, the way he was framing his foot on the outside, to like that. That's
Dog.
stuff that takes time to fucking
Yeah.
learn, bro.
Like,
and
no, you don't come in if you're not a boxer and just do shit like
Yep.
that.
no, they
That's-
did a good job, and then you got to give Mike Tyson credit for that. Because this dude, for as good of a boxer as he was an even better student
Yeah.
of the game. And I'm
Oh,
talking
my
like
God.
the old school, the greats. Tyson wouldn't have been the boxer he was if he hadn't learned and broke down the tapes of them old school fighters and did the hours and hours and hours of homework that his
Man.
coaches had him do. So it really showed. Yeah, no, Francis showed up and he showed out.
I never
Side note
actually-
though, the pay-per-view itself did less than 60,000 in buys.
Okay.
Well, no,
I heard it did closer to
bring this-
400K.
I bring this up just because Ariel Helwani and Chael Sonnen earlier this week, or right after the fight, Chael went on his show and they got in this big debated, heated argument about what happened and who did what.
I thought the
and-
entire thing was dumb. Like they weren't even arguing. They were arguing about two separate things to each other.
But neither one of them could get on the same page. But then Ariel's like, "Oh, sources say that Francis maybe after pay-per-views made $20 million." And Chael, it was one of the funniest parts, and like Ariel kind of lost me on this. He goes, Chael goes, "Well, what was the source that he made 20 million? Like, where are you getting this?" And Ariel goes, "I'm the source." I'm like, wait, what?
You know why he said that though, right?
Why?
Because Chael said the pay-per-view bombed and gave himself as the source right before that.
Okay. It was then either way, yeah, maybe they was both just arguing stupid, and it got hard to watch by the end. I was like, y'all
Right.
shut
By
the
the end,
fuck
it was
up.
like, is this a shoot or a work? I can't tell.
well, and
I
it's
think-
like, it was a little nuts.
I think if I met Mike Tyson, I would just break down, nigga. Or like I would Wayne's World and be like, "We're not worthy. We're not worthy."
Yeah, that'd be nuts, honestly.
Like him and Jackie Chan is like the only two people I probably can't hold my shit together for. Other than that, we cool. Nigga, who? Ariana Grande, what's up, girl? Chilling. You know
I'm a
what
big
I'm
fan of your
saying?
work.
Yeah. Britney Spears, girl, elbow that shit. Dance with some moms.
Hold up, I'm gonna grab me a little post-it note right quick. Let me see if I can find. So I know your parlay is Diego Lopez.
Go, Diego, go, Diego, go, Diego, go.
Mine was Pereira.
I almost weaseled my way out of it, but let's see. So
I'm
you
on
picked
that
Diego
shit.
Lopez, and you picked
I picked
Pereira, right?
Pereira. Yep.
Man. Not a lot of easy picks to be made on this card, and for me at least.
Go pick one on that co-main. You got a 50%
Right.
chance.
Right. Man. I think Tom Aspinall's a very slight favorite, but that's kind of nuts. All right. Whatever the under is.
Do you really want to?
Hey, let's pick a fighter.
Okay.
He said, "Pick a fighter."
Well, I didn't know if you were just trying to bet or if you were trying to win.
No, I'm like, as far as our parlays, if we're doing a 3-way parlay, like if you're
all
picking,
right, I gotta go with Sergey.
if
Fuck
you're
it.
picking an under and over, you're picking a person too.
No. I'm just gonna go with Sergey then.
Sergey, okay.
Hey,
Yep.
so looking forward because they really pushing this Allen Craig, this Brendan Allen and Paul Craig fight. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's cool. But then after that, they got Armin Sarukian against Benil Dariush. Nigga, do you really want to see Benil Dariush fight again?
Yeah, he doesn't get me very excited, I won't lie.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But what does is there's 2 other fights on there that I'm with. And that is Dan Hooker against your boy Bobby Green. Because Dan Hooker he's from down under. And him and Bobby Green gonna be a good ass matchup. I just got a feeling. And then before that, you got Rob Font and Davison Figueiredo. Where that nigga been at?
What fight? What card?
Dariush and Sarukian, December 2nd.
Okay, well, no. You mentioned Allen and Craig, and then I'm like looking through the roster.
Yeah, I was saying
I ain't seeing none of these other fucking names.
Hold on. I just glanced over that because in the last fight they was really pushing for that one and skipping over 295. And
you was talking Arman Sarukian.
Yeah,
got that gold prism, number 7 of 10.
So you also got Sean Brady and Gastelum.
I don't.
So like the last 4 on that, Khalil Roundtree's on that shit against Azmat Mirzakhanov.
Okay.
I don't know who that is. Clay Guida?
Guida's in the building.
Watch out.
Misha Tate, nigga.
Yeah, no, this is a decent free fight card.
Yo, they getting into the Christmas cards now, fam.
Ooh, okay.
296 is your boy Leon. I know. We don't like Kobe. But
did you see December 9th? They're supposed to be doing a fight card out of China, but literally nobody's announced on that. A month away, and they don't have a single fight listed on that.
Wonder Boy's on that shit. Pantoja and Royval's on that shit. Ferguson Pimblett on that shit. Vicente
and Gary.
Nigga.
Emmett and Chikadze.
Ooh.
Manyfield and Jacoby.
Rainey and Kettle Rosa.
Randy Brown. Muslim Salikov.
Ariane Lipsky.
Garbrandt and Kelleher.
They having an early prelim, man. I feel like.
Yeah, no, that Garbrandt's kicking off the prelim.
Yeah.
And then it's kicking off 2024 with a motherfucking bang, and they're calling it January 1st. And then the date's probably gonna be different, who knows? But it's supposed to be in January. UFC 299. O'Malley versus Vera. But I feel like that's wrong because they said January was gonna be it was gonna be Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria.
They switched that to February.
Oh, you're right. So is it so?
Yeah,
January, I believe. O'Malley Vera.
No, January is Strickland and Duplessis.
Yep, you're right. And then February is Volk and Topuria, and then March is supposed to be O'Malley and Vera. So yeah, UFC 299 in March.
Word up.
But 297 in January will be Strickland and Duplessis.
Yeah.
298 in February will be Volk and Topuria, and then 299 will be O'Malley and Vera. And holy fuck, I cannot wait for what they have announced for UFC 300 because I have a feeling they're holding back some shit.
Yeah.
Just to give us a banger of a card.
If it's in the ball, I'm trying to go.
Well, and they're gonna make
Oh my
this
God.
like they're gonna make this like Sparta level because
Yeah.
it's 300.
If it's in the ball, it's almost time has to go, fam.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude. If,
the sphere, the
Yeah.
ball.
The ball. I'm calling it the ball.
I guess I'm
Yeah,
giving
dude.
I'm giving my left ball to go. I guess, but
Listen,
I have to
donate.
go to a UFC fight in the sphere in my lifetime. I can't
I agree.
not.
I agree.
And also German. Yes. I'm calling it right now. I'm
Man.
going that way. 2 of them, at least.
We'll see. Oh, see, you do your thing. You ain't gotta tell me nothing.
I'm trying to imagine what that'll be like, and I can't.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, you
'Cause
don't
I'm
even need Germany to fucking have a crazy experience in that
Because
venue.
when somebody made it into an eyeball and that bitch started blinking that shit on the street, nigga, I said, nigga, I can die now. Because that's cold. I could play a racing game on there.
But nah,
Plus-
anyways, on that note, we've done enough looking ahead and looking back. I'm gonna be looking at my eyelids here before too long because it's
Alright.
getting a little late.
Yeah, my girl probably mad at me, so
Yeah. But
let's
on
do
that
that.
note, when we get out of here, we're gonna say our goodbyes. And for the people that weren't tuned in at the opening, we do have a little bit of a video intro, outro thing. We ran it in the opening, so I'm gonna run it again to get us out of here. But as always, this is A1 here. I'm signing out. I appreciate all of y'all that tuned in. Do like your favorite fighter and smash that fucking like button, smash the subscribe button, smash all that shit except for your walls, Kyle. We don't need none of that shit. Y'all have a good night though.
Peace. Bye.
You too. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.